First, this production is simply for education, empowerment, and some entertainment. As we share perspectives and experiences, it is not aimed to discriminate or offend. It is designed solely for deeper conversation. That's what this is for. So our perspectives, or so the perspectives and experiences that we share or that are being shared are ours and ours alone. Though some are controversial, again, it is for deeper conversation. That being said, who's like us?
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, in general, no one's like us really.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's not much out there like us. And then as we find them, then they'll get to grace this forum too. All right, so I grew up watching and playing American football. Notice that I'm saying American football because whenever you say football to West Africans or anyone outside of America, they're like, yeah,
Football,
like
sure.
real football, right?
Football.
So I grew up watching and playing American football. And one thing that I always noticed when I was watching and how good I was at it, that's up to be said. So I'm a good athlete. I'm not a great athlete, but I'm a good athlete. But anyway, so I grew up playing that sport. I grew up watching and playing that sport. When I watched and played the sport, I always noticed like whenever they had like, and they even have, what's the word?
Terrible.
Skits on this. So you're watching like say Joe Montana, and Joe Montana makes a great play, and the announcer says, "What a student of the game," or "What a methodical," he's such a heady player. Mm-hmm. And then you watch. There wasn't a lot of diversity at the quarterback position, but then say Randall Cunningham, who was also a great football player. Whenever he'd make a play, they'd always say,
He's so athletic.
He's so athletic. Yeah, what a great athlete, right? And I picked up on those things. I was a kid, So I'm like, why is it whenever they're talking about like Randall Cunningham or Warren Moon, or there weren't that many options. Oh, maybe even Rodney Ware. Mm-hmm. Rodney Ware. They're always talking about how good an athlete these guys are. But then when they talk about Joe Montana or Boomer Esiason or Jeff Hostetler, I shouldn't have said that because Jeff Hostetler. Phil Simms.
John Elway.
John Elway, but who was a great athlete, by the way, or Steve Young. It turned more into like a cognitive thing. So I say all that because of narrative. Mm-hmm. Now, Nana sent a what's it called recently, or sent this article recently about the 3 or 2 Nigerian young boys who were doing like this sextortion thing. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So they were doing sextortion.
Before you get into that, like,
what's up?
Yeah. Like Bill Burr had a funny joke about that.
Oh, go ahead.
Like the joke that he made about like
Bill Burr's classic.
Like he's like, we're saying you're fast. like it's a compliment. And like he's like, if you read a play mm-hmm. and you make a decision on a play and something, like you move a play around, all right, yeah, it's a smart play. But if you jump over the whole team, and like the other 5 guys aren't thinking, this shit, why I didn't think of that? Jump over the whole team. So like if you can jump higher than everybody, they're gonna say it.
If you are indeed a tremendous athlete, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean like LeBron is a smart player, but he's also jumping over everybody too.
Yeah.
So I mean like how can you not say he's a monster? I mean he is.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you for that though. That's good.
But he's definitely a smart player though.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's funny, like Steph Curry just mentioned recently about how he'll be in meetings sometimes, and people will discuss. He'll hear those little microaggressions that say.
That's what it was.
He's so articulate.
Yes.
Like he's so like how many times do they call Obama articulate?
Yes.
Like a million times.
Yes.
But I mean, growing up here in America. Or whatever like that, you see a lot of brothers who are even more articulate than a lot of Caucasians or whatever it may be. But whenever they're articulate, it's just like a different type of mind frame to it. So then you have situations where people are just saying, "Wow, you're one of the good ones."
I mean, if you think about it, I'm sure we've all gotten that, right? So guys who are of a certain culture who can communicate, and honestly, that's. Forgive me for saying this, but oftentimes that is a reflection of your intelligence. So like how
I disagree actually.
Yeah, Speech is how people often not measure, but gather intelligence from you. So you're right. Let me take that back. Let me walk that back. Not so much that it's a reflection of your intelligence, but oftentimes it is how people
It's a false perception.
equate intelligence. So that's a good point, though.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
so when people, it's when people hear, because you're right. I had a whole lot of teammates in college, friends that I know now who aren't particularly like the most articulate guys in the world, but they're still pretty smart. You know what I'm saying, like super smart. So that's a great point. Thank you for that. Thank you for catching me on
I got a homeboy who has like the most H-Town accent of all time.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if you heard him talk, you'd assume he's just some hood nigga from like from the south side of Houston.
Good point. Yeah.
But that dude's a genius.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's a great point.
He making good money right now.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of different business
You're right.
ventures.
That's a great point.
You know,
Great
like, he's a
point.
genius.
Great point.
But like, talking to him isn't about him being articulate of the mainstream concept, but just simply it's fun. That's the problem that like a lot of Europeans have. Talking to a brother, it's just more fun. So you confuse that with stupidity.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
just because he sounds cool doesn't mean that he's dumb.
Yeah.
Look at T.I. How hood is T.I. and how intelligent is T.I.?
Yeah.
Let's be joking. You know what I'm saying?
What do you guys make?
Pimp C is intelligent, but he's a hood as hell.
Yeah.
What do y'all make?
He's no longer with us.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
What do y'all make? What do y'all make of the notion about slang or ebonics actually coming from some part in Europe,
That actually makes sense.
England?
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
They said that the English came down here in the South, and I guess the way they talked stuck with the populace, and then it turned gradually into like redneck talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I see that. When you're right, because the first settlers to America were not like I'm wrong. Okay. The first colonizers of America
Sure.
were not like they were not like Europe's best.
Right.
Yeah, it was the rest of them, right?
It was the slumlords.
Yeah, and that's a good point. And if you think about it, I think Red Fox has like a little snippet of that. You can find the Red Fox little snippet. He's like, where do you think these slaves learned how to talk?
Yeah, he has a bit.
Yeah, he has like just a small bit about that. He talks about how where do you think if you think they talk bad, where do you think that they learned English?
Yes, sir.
I was like, yeah, good point. Great point. So yeah, you're right. That's these first people that came over, like from abroad or from across the pond. It wasn't like they were all.
But then
scholars.
Black folks know how to put their spin on things to make it to where like they make things like cooler. They make things astronomical. They make things like exquisite.
Makes sense.
Yeah, just it's so funny because like you have certain types of slang. Like I still don't understand how brothers from the East Coast don't say y'all. Like to me, it's so weird that they don't use the word y'all. So I'm like, so how do you address people like that?
Yeah.
They're like, you all. I'm like, really? That's just weird.
They don't say
I don't speak like a brother from H-Town, like from Houston.
Yes.
But I can't not say y'all.
Y'all, yeah.
Like even in other languages, they have a way to say y'all.
Yeah.
In Igbo it's unu.
Yeah.
And then in
it's
Spanish,
y'all. Yeah.
Spanish is usted. What is it, Gabriel, in Spanish? Ustedes?
Vos o ustedes.
Yes. So every language has a you all. Only English
has it too, though. It's you all.
That's not a word. Y'all is a word.
Y'all's a word.
Yeah.
I would say East Coast dudes don't even say you all. They actually say niggas is.
Or they say B.
You know what, man? So whoever's watching this podcast,
Whose man's is this?
Whose man's is this? Yeah.
whoever watches this podcast, whoever consumes this podcast, look at your community or your region and see whether you say you or you all.
I can't.
I don't hear you all.
Yeah,
because when I was speaking amongst the guys I went to school with in North Texas, when I said y'all, they were like, "This nigga country as hell for real." Like yo, I'm from the hood. This is like mad, like for real. Like dude is like wilding. Like this is how they talk.
These North Texas guys?
Yeah, they're not from North Texas. They're from East Coast.
Oh,
and
okay.
they were going to school in North Texas.
Okay, all right, cool.
So yeah, and like it was funny. It was snowing in North Texas, and they were like, well, "How the hell is it snowing in fucking Texas, B? Like what's going on here?" But like,
they talk funny.
Yeah, like they talk funny. But it was like when I said y'all, I'd be like, you all have like y'all have false perception of like how this is like. Wait, what'd you say? I'm like false perceptions of no, the other one.
Yeah.
I'm like y'all. I'm like y'all. Like country as hell.
That's the beauty, though, like in being growing up in Nigeria, Texas, right? So 'cause
Sure.
we've been exposed to both like to two very very exceptional or exceptionalist cultures, and now we've meshed that together. So yeah, it's that's kind of the cool thing about being Nigerian.
We're going off on a
being
tangent, basically, but bottom line is we all agree that someone's verbal capabilities. I mean, it is important to have a good grasp of your first language.
Yeah.
But someone's verbal, linguistics aren't really a testament to their intelligence.
Colloquialisms.
There you go. Yeah. Big words.
Yeah, colloquialisms. Okay, so yeah, but so speech. But anyway, so on the note of speech and narrative, so these three young men that happen to be from Nigeria or
Three or
Nigeria.
two?
No, it was three. It's three total. So I read the article, and then they were doing a sextortion ring, and unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. So as I understand it, or from the article, it's a New York Post article that talks about how one of the young men that they tried to exploit ended up
Killing himself?
Yeah, committing suicide. Yes. Now, throughout the article, though, it seems to me that it goes out of this way, and this has happened before, where like it seems to me that in the article they go out of their way to say Nigerian men, or
Sure, of course.
And I'm like, guys, golly, if these guys were from Spain or from Switzerland, would you keep saying Swedish men or Spanish men, or if they're from maybe if they're from Canada, they might still say like
They wouldn't say
Canadian
Canadians. No.
But can they just be three boys or three young men that just three men? And of their names. So that's the thing. Now I'm in education, so I know that young people do weird things. So taking pictures, at no point should you take. I mean, nowadays with the internet especially, you should not be taking. You should try to refrain from taking crazy pictures of yourself or explicit pictures of yourself and putting it out there for public consumption. So who here has been asked by a girl to send a pic?
I have.
Did you send it?
Nope.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
I've been asked. And I'm like, I'm not sending you no pic. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So especially like that's it. It's like, boys.
You're referring to like a penis pic, right?
Yes.
Or just a raunchy pic.
Just a pic, like a naked pic. I don't know. Just
I sent pictures of my shirt off. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't even do that.
Oh, I want to say.
Yeah, I'm
Care
not doing that.
Yeah, I'm swole.
I'm swole.
What'd you say?
I'm swole.
Care Bear stare.
What is that?
What?
Gabriel made an inside
Y'all know
joke.
what I mean.
The
Care Bear stare.
Care Bear stare.
Oh, when they all stand at attention.
Chappelle joke. Yeah.
Oh.
Care Bear stare. That was my-
Yeah, so I do not subscribe to sending pictures of yourself out there. So that's like intentionally. I'm not a fan of that.
If it
So,
works.
I don't know.
What's the name of the carrot with the rainbow on the? Was it?
Yeah, like what does Chappelle say? He's like he said they would stare at the problem and literal love would shoot out of their chests. Oh man, that's funny.
I think one thing I do want to mention. The reason I sent that article wasn't because the story was like some amazing story. It was more so to show the inferiority complex of what we call black people, the universal inferiority complex. And, maybe I'm a little jaded over the course of seeing our people worldwide play themselves, for lack of a better word. But Nigeria is literally, now the people aren't like this, but what Nigeria is doing politically and socio-politically, geopolitically, is just stupid. So how many countries would extradite their own citizens for a sextortion scheme? The whole thing is ridiculously unreasonable. Now, I say that with a caveat. Those boys should be put in jail. No doubt about it. They should go to trial in Nigeria and go to jail. Very simple.
Yes.
Nigeria, like it or not, I guarantee if we do enough research, Nigeria either paid to extradite those boys, or they are getting paid when those boys get prosecuted and charged and prosecuted.
And where are they being charged? Here in America?
Here in America.
Yeah,
It's
they,
insane.
they extradited them, or they removed them from Nigeria and then brought them back to
Now,
Michigan
I
right
would
now.
love to
Except
hear
for
the.
Michigan.
I would love to hear the law that justifies extradition of a Nigerian, of another citizen for this type of crime. I can't wait to hear it. Again, the boys should be put in jail. They should be destroyed for what they did. But I think it is the inferiority complex of the so-called black man that allows Nigeria to think that they need to jump every time America says jump. Because the parents come, and I feel for the parents, but there were way more issues going on there than just the dude sending out pictures.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Because
We don't, and you're right, in context, that may be the case. So, we don't know, but that may as well just be
no,
the case.
I'll go out on a limb and say there's something else going on.
Okay.
Because my life is not that easy to get rid of for no damn picture. It ain't that serious. And this
Basically, he offed himself because he was sending pictures to them. And
he
then,
sent them pictures thinking that they were a girl. Then the dude came back and said, "Hey, I'm not a girl. I want money. And if you don't give me money, I'm gonna send these pictures out." And the dude said, he said $300. He said, "No, I want 1,000." The kid couldn't get 1,000. Was afraid to go out and ask his parents or whatever for the money.
These Nigerians are really stupid, bro.
What Nigerians do was stupid, but it's, I mean,
Yeah, that's
you got all
dumb.
that energy to steal that boy's $1,000 for $1,000. You going through all that?
Yeah, that's dumb.
Anyway,
These boys, not these Nigerians, but these men are
Yeah,
really
yeah,
stupid.
I got
though.
you.
Anyway,
Exactly.
so-
and all cultures have stupid people, right?
No,
So,
I understand.
yeah.
How old are they?
22,
22,
20,
21.
and the one,
Okay.
22, 20, and then
Samuel and Samson or Ogochi.
Okay, well, they're young. They're dumb.
they're young. And then
So-
the last one's 19.
Yeah.
That they haven't got
So
It's a dumb mistake that they're paying for the rest of their life, which is really, really
yet. Oh yeah,
sucks.
It's
they're,
kinda-
they're a piece of shit.
no, I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
It kind of bothers me that like they use the word sextortion when it's just blackmail.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, good point. It's
Like-
just blackmail.
They're trying to make
Good
it
point.
They want to make it more. They want to add emotion to it.
Exactly.
And that's the point I was getting to. With the boys' parents, were I saw the interview, and you know, that father needs to be worried about his child that's gone, right? And worry about why did this child feel that he could. My son knows, Dad. I sent some pictures to this chick over online. Is they gonna expose it? What do I do? You dumb son of a gun! What the hell you sending pictures
Yeah,
for?
make it. That's it. You,
All right,
that's
so
it.
now I'm gonna curse you out. We'll
Yeah.
talk crazy to you.
Yeah.
Dad, what do I do? I'm sending multiple pictures out.
Yeah, send them out.
Let
That's
them
it.
out.
Yeah, that's it. Send them out.
Because I'm telling you that
That's it.
same stories happen to multiple friends of mine.
Yeah.
Now watch this. I've got friends in Nigeria that they've been sextorted like this in the same way, and the pictures were AI.
Yeah.
They were AI. So my boy was talking, you know, chick on the phone through, you know, video chat, and somehow the AI takes his picture, adds a picture of whatever on there, and it's like he's doing some sexual stuff, and it gives the impression that he's doing sexual stuff with this girl on the phone, and they video recorded. Now my boy didn't do it,
Yeah.
but I know my boy. He's hilarious. They gave, you know, these people tried to extort me for money. I said, oh, what happened? Like, he literally sent me the video of what these people said, and I said, "Dad, what you doing?" He said, "That's not me." So they tried to told me to give them money. I said, "What did you do?" I said, "Put the pics. They put it out now, idiot.
Yeah.
You animal. What will you do? Put it out."
Put it out.
He said, "In fact, you'll make me a superstar in Nigeria. You will make me a star." And the guy left him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what is going on in your life where you have to feel like you have to kill yourself?
Well, okay, let's add to that though. So like typically, I shouldn't say typically, but a grown man is going to respond to that differently than a young man, right? So I think this boy may have been like high school age. So as far as he knows, you know, his life may be over. But then a grown man's going to be like, "You're about to make me a star. Let's do this."
Well,
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm just saying,
it's coping, right?
to put all the onus on these dudes that are 6,000 miles away.
yeah,
And nothing on the parents.
Nothing on anybody else. The dude came out. The boy's father, the young man who committed suicide, father came out and said whatever he said, like 2 Nigerians at 3 o'clock in the morning, came into my house and murdered my son, and we could do nothing about it. And I was like, that's BS. That's a nonsense statement.
That's very nice.
That's a nonsense. I don't care. Oh, Gabe, I'm sorry. You feel sorry for the man. Look, man. Just because there's something going on and we should feel sorry for, etc., that doesn't give you the right to start making ridiculous allegations. If what these people did is so wrong, then just go by the book.
Right.
But again, our people are willing, because of lack of self-esteem and inferiority complex to their Roman masters, to say, yes, our citizens came into your house and killed your son. That's not what happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Came into
Right?
the house.
If the sin is well, if the punishment suits the sin, just take the sin. Don't add to it. Don't add to it or subtract from it. Just say what he did and be done with it.
Yes.
So, but Nigeria, and that takes me to the next point. The same inferiority complex is why Nigeria. Listen to this stupidity.
Oh boy, I think I know.
No. Just listen.
I think I know where you're going.
So you know about all the coups going on in Africa.
Yeah, like Niger right now.
Man, look.
is
Look.
like at the lead, or has media lead on that.
There's spirit involved in what's going on in the world. It's no different than the spirit was going on when they had the Arab Spring, when all the Arab countries were, hey man, people were just complaining and getting up off their seats and not tolerating BS anymore.
Okay.
Because America and the UN, what I call Rome, they put their tentacles out in the world and they want everybody to dance to their tune.
That's true.
And
There's
finally, the
supposed to be-
African presidents, the African people, are like, hey man, all this stuff that you guys keep doing to us and taking advantage of us and holding us with the initial constitution that you drafted before you gave us independence, where we still owe you money.
Yeah.
We still pay you. You still control our currency. I couldn't open an account in another African country with my company without the permission of France.
Yeah.
France Central Bank had to give me the right to open a business account in an African country.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who benefits? Foreign companies coming to these African countries. I'm a Nigerian company. I can go in there to another African country. Hey, brother, can I do business? No, you got to be white.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the white guy's going to do it. Yeah, he's going to come in here. He's going to take our stuff. He's going to exploit it. He's going to invest money in our country. But wait, he's going to invest money in an American company that's going to come over and do the work. And they're going to pay the American company in America. Not one penny goes through the African country.
Yes. Yeah.
So African countries are like, so the leaders don't mind because they're getting their cut.
Yeah.
Now the people, all these colonels and generals, I think it's Colonel Traore in Burkina Faso, love him. He came out in the African-Russia summit and basically chewed out all the African presidents.
Okay.
He said, hey man, why do y'all keep acting like puppets to these guys?
Yes.
And he chewed everybody out.
Yes.
So when he did it, how African presidents do their job of defending the indefendable. What do they do? They called him a small boy. Ridiculous. You called him a small boy. You called him a small boy because you couldn't address what he said.
Yes.
You didn't have the wherewithal or the intelligence or even the righteousness.
They went to ad hominem attacks.
You went to ad hominem attacks because you couldn't address what he said.
Sure.
But in reality, the people are tired. So why do I say there's a spirit?
Wait. You hold that thought. No. Ad hominem. What does that mean?
Oh, ad hominem attacks is when
Ad means to, hominem means the person. It's a personal attack.
Okay, cool.
You're taking away the focus of
the argument of what
the argument in order to deflect.
Oh, a strong man.
the deflection.
You're creating something else. It's a deflection.
Yeah, basically you're arguing with somebody.
Hey man, you hurt me. You kicked me in my leg.
Well, you're stupid.
We're brothers. Yeah, I know.
We didn't plan that.
Yeah, we didn't plan that. But that's boys, what Homer Simpson say?
Well, you're a stupid
You're
head.
a stupid head.
Hello, Dean.
Yeah, very good.
Nigeria,
that you?
Texas, right?
So the Nigerian government comes in there. And I'm getting to the point. All these African countries are tired. The people are tired.
Yes.
Our brothers and sisters here in America. So this lack of self-esteem universally amongst black people is dying, and there's a spirit that's awakening worldwide.
Yes.
So that initial battle, head knocking that Rome has caused within our people, whether it be guys here in America, England, Caribbean, Africa, South America, everybody's going, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
They're screwing us all.
Yeah.
And we have common interests
Yes.
in order for our survival.
Yes.
And everybody's waking up and saying, man, this ain't right.
Yeah.
So in the same way that
But no leaders are waking up. Only the people are waking up, right?
well,
Or only like
a leader will always come out of the people.
well, like so. I think it's interesting. I actually think that it all stems from religion. I think it all stems from, like you said, it's a spiritual battle. I think that the day that you realize that your God looks like you just act different. You
Of
move
course.
different.
Well,
You know?
that's a good point.
You know?
And right now, our people's God is Rome. Our people's God has long hair, blue eyes, and blonde hair.
Even if they say it doesn't, it does. It does.
Look, anything you adhere to becomes your God.
Yeah.
Anything especially anything you adhere to that is not in your interest, becomes your God.
100%.
Right. So.
And then our God tells you,
Well, I'll prove it.
Yeah.
Check it out. Who's the God of Nigeria? Well, it's the great white hope.
yeah,
Because why? Who goes to war with their neighbors? Who does that? You think America doesn't know all of the sinful things that come out of Mexico? You think they don't know the bad things that come out of Mexico and Canada? When will you think America will ever go to war with America and Canada? That's insane. No country does it.
Yeah.
And if you're prepared to do it, you better eat them. Like Russia said, we're going to go to war with our neighbors.
Yeah.
Then you better eat them.
Yeah.
Because there's no coming back from that.
Yes.
So
Interesting.
So what's the? I'm sorry to cut you off, but like, so what's the correlation between all this what you're saying and what Putin did as far as forgiving the debt of some country? Was that Ghana?
No,
or was
that's
or was
different.
that Uganda?
So
You said that guy went to a Russian conference and
it was at the Russian Africa Summit.
Okay, gotcha.
What Putin is doing is, whether it be sincere or not, he's giving the impression to Africans that I'm ready to respect you as equals.
Right.
Come to the table, let's do business.
Yes.
But that's what this is all based on.
Yes.
The true religion is culture, and the culture
Yes.
of Rome is business. It's
Yes.
very simple.
All right.
Africans, black, whatever, indigenous people worldwide, you have to have, since we lost the war in the 1200s, I would say, our culture has never, not to the 1200s, our culture has never been business.
No.
Our culture has always been brotherhood. It's
Yes.
always been our culture.
Yes.
So we never understood this thing where money rules all.
Yeah.
So a few of our brothers, the saboteurs, the traders within our people, they figured out, you know what, their culture is money, so I'm gonna sell my people out because they don't get it yet,
Yes.
and I'm gonna sell my people out and I'm gonna make this money. The people of these countries, of these people, are tired of it. So-called black people, the indigenous people in here in America, they're tired of Jesse Jackson. They're tired of them boys. Al Sharpton. They're tired of them. They don't want to hear that nonsense.
Okay.
That-
Someone just went in.
Did you just hear? This is not new.
What's that?
That the people, the Native Americans here, the Black Americans here, so-called Black Americans here, are tired of these fake leaders. You never heard that?
Oh
You
no,
know that?
that's
Oh, yeah.
been the
That's
case for a
universal.
while.
They
That's
don't
been the
want to
case
hear them
for a
boys no
while.
more.
The fake leaders, yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
So in Africa, the Africans are saying like this, man. So you have all these coups going on around Nigeria, and Nigeria has the nerve to get up and say, we're going to mobilize our army against Niger. So to a point where Burkina Faso, Mali, and the other countries, you got Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Sierra Leone, Guinea, like 6 African countries that are bordering Nigeria, and others that are even having coups that we're not even hearing about that's actually happening, Sudan, etc. And Tunisia. Tunisia had a self-inflicted coup. They accepted a new coup. Nobody even heard about that. So why did Nigeria say this is a good idea to go to war with these people? So all the other countries told, they didn't say directly to Nigeria, they said, hey, anybody that goes into Niger with army, we consider it an act of war.
Okay.
So they made it very clear. So Nigeria had to go to the ECOWAS meeting. The ECOWAS Economic States of West Africa.
and they had meetings, to address Nigeria. You really want to go to war with your neighbors? And the question is, why would Nigeria do that? Again, lack of self-esteem, right? Praising their great white masters. The new president of Nigeria, who has this massively contested election, wants to get credibility with America.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and these coups in Africa hurt the West. They hurt America. They hurt France. They hurt England. They don't want these coups.
Yeah. I mean, it's people uprising. I mean, that's
Because the leaders of these African armies are saying, we're tired of how y'all treated us.
Yes.
You're taking advantage of us. We had no autonomy. Russia wants to treat us like equal partners.
Yeah.
Y'all, you know what? All these presidents that you guys put in place, y'all get up out of here. We're dealing with Russia.
Yes.
So America, France, and Britain are like, we're not going to get our resources for free anymore.
And in actuality, like any business, much of the reason why all these European Western countries, I mean, it's pretty much capitalism, right? So you have to keep Africa, you have to keep your most powerful or your most
Abundant.
your most abundant resource
Cheap.
yet as cheap as
It's
possible.
got to be cheap.
It's got to be cheap. Yeah, it's gotta be cheap.
And it's got to be available.
It's got to be available. Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
wanna-
which is a good point.
You think America
Cost
wants
is one thing,
You think
availability is
America
another,
wants to look? You
Yeah,
think America
good
wants to
point.
go through Russia?
Yeah.
You think England wants to go through Russia? Germany already is at Russia's behest.
Yes, yeah.
So you think these people in the West and Europe want to go through Russia to get their resources? Russia won't let them get it.
Yeah.
Because now because Russia will partner with the African countries, the Western countries will have to come to the business table as equal to get there. So now, although available, it won't be cheap.
Yeah.
It'll be difficult to get. Now your cell phone is going to go, there you go, cobalt, bauxite, all this things in Congo. Now your cell phone is going to go from $500 to about $4,000. Right.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
What do you think of this whole BRICS thing?
And you're right though. Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
Might be a good
this
thing,
whole
though.
BRICS thing, like I saw someone.
That's what it is.
I saw someone online now saying that one brick is going to be $55 American dollars, but I don't believe that.
One
Brick.
brick.
What do you mean brick?
What's a brick?
BRICS is Britain, Russia,
Oh, you mean the
currency, the new currency.
The currency.
Yeah.
Well, you don't. Why you don't believe it?
$55 for one brick.
Why don't you believe it? You think it's not possible? Do you remember?
Well-
You were a child. You don't remember. Nick and I remember coming back from Nigeria as children, taking kobo, the coins in Nigeria,
Yep.
and trading them in for dollars. It was $1 was almost $2.
One naira was $2.10.
He remembers.
In 19
I remember one
like in
naira was
1906 or
what was
1907.
$1.85. So the Nigerian government used to give Dad like 10,000 naira a month because he's on scholarship. That's almost $20,000 a month in the 80s.
Golly, yeah.
So Dad would fly us to Nigeria. We were flying damn near business class, everybody. We were chilling.
Yeah.
I remember getting on that plane. KLM, we go to Nigeria every summer. No big deal.
Yeah.
But Dad didn't have a job. He was a student. How did he do that? Because he was paid. And in one
And
day,
he's a great student.
He was
too.
a great student.
Hey,
and
our
in one
father-
day,
yeah, our father's
watch
super
this.
intelligent.
And in
Yeah.
one
Our father's
day,
nothing to mess with, yeah.
in one day, the World Bank told, it was either Babangida, I think it was Babangida or Buhari, hey, why don't you guys devalue your currency? Military leader. Well, why? Because we said so. Okay, son. You did it. Why did you do that? Our money is backed by oil. Your money is backed by nothing. Why did you agree with the World Bank to reduce your currency? And this is what they do in Africa. And because, like you said, religion.
So how does the brick
Russia will dictate what they'll take.
become more
Russia, BRIC, Brazil, Russia,
India.
China, South Africa. They will dictate how many dollars that they'll take if you want one brick. Because their brick's going to be valuable.
Good Lord.
Their brick is going to be valuable.
I heard $55 for one
Their
brick.
brick is backed by something, resources. So they're going to say, this brick that we have is backed by our natural gas in Brazil, our
cobalt in South Africa.
our copper, gold,
yeah.
our minerals in South Africa,
Yeah,
our crude in Russia. Because by the way, we're Russia. We're not in OPEC. We have tons of crude, and we ain't got to keep track of it.
God damn.
Right?
Heavy.
India, our technology. Yeah.
And they'll be like America. What is
China. Wait, watch this. China, our human resources.
Yeah,
our
our
money is
people.
backed by real stuff.
Yes.
And with this real money, Africa will give you one of these for your stuff. And Africa will say,
and America's backed by TikTok.
yeah, We're backed by America backed by Kim Kardashian.
God,
Straight up.
y'all are killing me.
Straight up. I mean, dude.
Yeah.
The whole thing that we are witnessing in this world
It's
is,
just people being tired.
well, more than that. People are opening their eyes and saying, we've been ruled by a bunch of people that don't exist.
Wow, that's
We've been ruled by people that don't exist, at least not in our world, and don't give two shits about us.
true. This is true.
Right? And these same people, they know our culture / religion better than we do.
Their weapons exist.
Shoot.
You understand?
Yes.
They know that
They know our blood.
they know who we are, they know our identity, they know our Bible, they know all of these things better than we do. And they laugh at us because we get emotional. We get emotional and say, "Oh, you don't like me because I'm black. You don't like you're racist. No, they're just playing you from your stupidity." And now you have intelligent people who are tired and they're saying, "No. I know what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Forget black or white. Hey, Putin, I'm going to shake your hand. Let's do business."
Yes.
And now people are looking up and going, "Wait a minute. You mean these people that were ruling us the entire time were just boogeymen?"
Wow, that's real, and that's been the case for a long time. That's true. Hey, what do you mean by that, Motigo? Their weapons are real, or
I was saying their weapons
exist?
exist. They have a massive amount of military power. That much.
Oh, in America?
America.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these Western nations do it. I mean, that is kind of what that is kind of is that
I think that's what
not
keeps
what?
them- I think that's what mainly keeps them in power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that not what that's like the ultimate? If I have bigger guns than you, then that kind of keeps everybody at bay,
They got
right?
the tech. They got the drones. They don't even have to fly over to us anymore. They can just kill us.
So whenever they say that America is the biggest economy in the world, is that like just cap, or is that like, or is it really that big of an economy?
But why is their economy the biggest in the world?
Because they're military?
No. Well, military help.
Or because they're media?
No, we use their dollars. Yeah.
We meaning
The world uses their dollars.
Yeah.
And when you use their dollars, they gain jurisdiction. When, if
Yeah, if you use American dollars, I'm
if
saying.
you use their money, you automatically incorporate them. You automatically give them jurisdiction in whatever you're doing. So if you're dealing in dollars in China, America says, "Hey, what are you doing with my money?" They have that right because it's their money. It's their legal tender.
So why did the BRIC not include? I don't give a shit, but why did the BRIC not include the American dollar? Because they were like tired of Americans and what?
The American dollar is backed by nothing.
Okay, that's why they.
Right.
And Russia is saying, why are these people running the world and their money is not backed by anything? How are they? In fact, Putin said, how are they running the world? So, well, military. Well, they got military, but they ain't coming over here. And it's true. That's why they're using NATO. What is America going to do? Invade Russia?
No, hell no.
You'd invade Russia.
Okay? Just for sake of conversation, why would America refrain from invading Russia?
You don't come to somebody's house and attack them. You're going to lose. They have more people. Unless you're going to take 2 million American soldiers over there.
Yeah, and then they ain't willing to do all that.
It's too much money.
And let's just say you want to mobilize, say 10 million American soldiers. Okay, you have a chance, but what's the likelihood?
Not very high.
You're going to send back 10 million body bags. Now you may take 20 million Russians, but how many Russians plus Chinese you going to take? Because they got allies too.
Yes.
You go over there, the likelihood, okay, yes, you're going to mow down a lot of Chinese, a lot of Russians, a lot of people in that part of the world. But you're going to lose every one of your lives.
I mean, shoot, won't they just do like Obama did and send a bunch of drones? Would that get us canceled?
Russia ain't got drones?
Was I getting kind of right? So it's like, hey man,
How does like MasterCard and Visa? How does
no,
that
we're here
work?
for deep conversation, man. We gotta go. Go ahead. What were you saying?
How does MasterCard and Visa work with all this currency? Like, are those American owned, or does that have anything to do with any of this currency? Because I know, like, a lot of times I hear people say that people are making money based on how good they are at just changing numbers on a computer.
It depends, but for the most part, it's still done. The deal is still done in dollars.
It's still based on
So,
dollars.
but who owns Visa and MasterCard?
Well, the American companies.
They're all American companies. So I was wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's heavy stuff, man. But yeah, that's Lord, you guys kind of shook me up with that. Narrative's a big piece of it, and then back to these 3 young men. I'm a believer in that too. See, I was going to say to that, Could it have been? So let me be contrary. Could it? Okay, remember when Bill Cosby, when Bill Cosby was going through his ordeal, Bill Cosby's biggest critics were actually the indigenous here, like African American people here, right?
Yeah, because of the media.
Well, I mean, in a way, he's Bill Cosby, right?
Oh wait, biggest critics or biggest
critics? Yeah,
Okay.
like not his African. His big like the people who came down on him the hardest were his own people.
Okay, I thought you were okay. I got
So
you.
that because in actuality, I am of the belief that like sometimes your worst critics are the people who know you the best or who thought they know you the best. So I'm saying this because the extradition of these men, right, back to America from Nigeria, could it have been? You know what? We are so upset at you. We're sending you back.
Sending you back.
Yeah, we're sending you back to America.
They weren't in America. They did it from Nigeria.
Oh, they did it from Nigeria?
Yeah.
No, I thought they did.
No, they were catfishing the guy in Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
Oh,
yeah, that's really-
oh, that changes everything.
Exactly.
Oh,
So if you if you Google the most internet crime in the world, Nigeria's not even top 5 in the world.
yeah.
No, it's
Not even close.
Oh really? Oh.
No, it's not even close.
But they use that against
It's
us.
like Russia's number 1, India,
India,
then Israel.
yeah.
There's so many countries ahead of Nigeria, but they only focus on Nigeria. That's the point I'm making.
Oh, wow.
That Futurama
That
episode.
is
It's a good thing you said that actually. Yeah, of course.
The Nigerians.
Yeah, the Nigerians.
You see it all over the media every single time.
Oh, not Futurama.
What's Futurama?
What them did it too?
Who?
Oh, come on.
I'm
Rick
sure
and
it's-
Morty. Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. Yeah,
that's true, Rick and Morty.
Yeah, Rick and Morty did it.
They
yeah.
talk. Why it went that deep?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
always
they-
make fun of
they-
Nigerians whenever it comes to scams.
Wow.
Whenever you hear Nigeria in any kind of media,
Scam.
someone says scam, Nigerian prince, or
Yeah,
Nigerian prince email you.
They did aliens twice in 2 different cartoons, and both of them they were called Nigerians or something like that.
I
So
didn't know.
Well, that's the point I'm making. This inferiority complex of our people.
Oh, wow.
You extradite these 2 boys. If they did it, America said, your citizens did this. Nigeria said, okay, give us the evidence, we'll try them here in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You don't extradite your people.
Oh, that changes everything.
It's
Like,
ridiculous.
oh, I didn't know.
So now, watch this, and this is what nobody understands. People, the one side of America will say, those Nigerian guys did something wrong, they need to go to jail for it. Okay, great. You really believe America went to go get them, went through all that trouble to get them boys over here for justice? They did it for money.
Yeah.
They did it for money. People are getting paid. Every day those guys are in jail, somebody's getting paid.
I mean,
yeah, of course.
much of what drives a lot of
Much.
capitalistic nations is
Yeah,
money. That's
Much.
yes.
It's only
It's
money.
only.
They're not moving.
It's not goodwill, right?
They're not getting up out of their seats unless somebody's making money.
Yeah.
So that's even more interesting. So what do y'all think a punishment would be for someone who is catfishing someone and then the person commits suicide? Like you can't put that person in jail for life. They didn't commit murder.
It's what
That's a good
I
point.
suspect. It's
Yeah,
I suspect it's whatever law that you have in place.
I guess
All
fraud,
against bullying.
Yeah, exactly. It's
fraud, bullet. So, these internet laws are so
which is why that word,
wishy-washy. You're not going to be able to.
which is why they're using words in that article.
Yeah.
Specifically, sex.
Oh, I can tell you this: if they had good lawyers, they get off.
Yeah, that's sad. No, I gotta have to.
They get off. Good lawyers prosecute these boys. And boys be like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't me.
Yes.
Yeah,
What you talking about?
that's all you gotta do too.
Somebody my computer. So I didn't do that.
Yes.
But don't
Yeah,
get me wrong, it is
Well,
sad. It is sad that that kid committed suicide. It's terrible. I feel bad for the family. But there's, like Gabe said earlier, that there's way more to.
I don't listen.
There's a
There's
discussion.
more to the story.
There's a discussion that'll probably get me canceled, but I want to have this discussion.
Boy, you know what?
Yeah, no.
No. You know what?
We're at 45 minutes.
Yeah, we're the time is up, man. So and I wanted to talk about honestly on a lighter note. I wanted to talk about this. We're gonna have to come back to the Ninja Turtles movie too, but
I'll tell you what it was.
Did you watch it?
yeah, I haven't watched
Is
it.
it out
So
yet?
it's out, but I want to watch it. I've heard good things about it. So we'll do. Hey, hold that though. Real talk, hold that.
I'm gonna
okay?
forget it.
Okay, no,
I'm gonna forget
okay. Well, we'll talk about it off camera and then bring it back.
all right,
Okay,
sure, sure.
all right. There's more to the story.
You bet,
so,
Sean.
thank you for. See you in the morning.